Hello crochet friends and welcome back. We're working on our pumpkin and we had cut off our yarn last time because we want to put on our yarn needle and get ourselves started with closing up the top of our pumpkin. So what we want to do is, you remember how we did all these half double crochets? We want to weave through these half double crochets all the way around so that we can pull it and purse it together kind of just to make it nice and tight and we don't have this hole, okay? So this is gonna be, I believe this is the bottom. Not sure if it's the bottom or the top. I'm trying to look at it now. So, oh, it's the bottom. This is the bottom. So we want to pull all this nice and tight so that it looks neat and closed up, you know? So go around just weaving through these half double crochets and we're gonna pull it nice and tight, we're gonna knot it, and then we're gonna pull our yarn up through the top, okay? So keep going around until you're all the way back to the beginning. Here we go. Okay, I am about at the beginning here. And we're gonna pull this nice and tight. Just like that. Now you want to go on the inside. I think you do. They didn't indicate that in the pattern, but I always think it's better if you can knot up from the inside. So I turn it inside out like this, okay? And then we're going to knot this off in here so we don't come apart. Nobody wants to come apart after all that work, right? Okay, so let's just sew this up here nice and tight. Can go through a couple times if you just want to make sure it's extra good. And then we're going to stuff our pumpkin. So get out your little fiber fill or whatever you're using to stuff your pumpkin. So we can turn it back. There we go. So this is what your bottom should look like, right? Nice and tight, closed up good. Okay, so now I've got my yarn pulled up through the middle here, right? I'm just gonna stick that little tail in there and I'm gonna get my fill. And let's fill up our pumpkin, okay? Here we go. Okay, here we are. I've got it full, nice and tight and in there, good. Okay, so now we need to close up this part of our pumpkin, right? So we're gonna we worked our tail all the way up, we cinched it nice and closed at the bottom, and we stuffed our pumpkin, and now we want to weave around the top and then pull it tight. Okay, so we're going to kind of do the same thing. You can start anywhere you'd like up here, but you just want to weave along like this, just like we did on the bottom. Sometimes you can go a few stitches without having to, you know, stop and pull through. But just try to get each stitch. And remember, this is the side, so this is going to be kind of wacky little stitches here, right? And it's okay if we just do our very best, that's all. So keep going around, cinching it closed. See, as you pull, see how it's closing up? So it's doing good. But just keep going, and then I'll see you at the end. Here we go. Okay, once you get back to that beginning, pull it nice and tight so it closes up, right? So we have just like, it looks like a circle. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be, it's pumpkin. Okay, so close it up as tight as you can. Now remember, I'm going to make a stem. So if you would like to make the stem with me, I'm just knotting this off here, but I want to pull it tight on both sides like this. If you're going to make the stem, we're going to do that together. Or, I mean, there are plenty of options. You could use a stick, you could use a cinnamon stick. There's so many ideas of what you could do here, so please feel free, make it your own, do your own idea. That's perfectly fine. I'm going to crochet the stem, so you don't have to, but if you want to, that's what we're going to do tomorrow, well, our next video, and we'll just make our nice little stem and make it cute. Okay, so I'm knotted well, and then you're just going to take your yarn and you're going to feed it back through. And it might be a little tricky because of the all your stuffing in there, but just anywhere you can feed it through. I'm trying to feel for a spot here. Here we go, I got one. So what I do is I just pull it like that, right? Pull it hard and then snip it off and it will shrink up back into your project. Okay, here is my pumpkin. He's all set. He's ready to go. Manipulate your stuffing. Get him the shape you want him to be. When you put your stem on, it'll squish him in too a little bit because we'll attach the stem on the top and pull it through the bottom so it kind of cinch it a little together. But I love this pattern. I think this looks really pretty on here. I hope you like it also. And the seam, I even like how the seam is on there. That looks nice. It looks like the, you know how pumpkins have that little inlet there. I don't know what you'd call that, but it looks really cute. So next time we'll work on the stem. We got it all closed up, ready to go, and we'll see you then. Thank you, and have a joyful day.